So, well, thank you so much for your time, Jack, and welcome again to Mexico. This is the last time you were here were on 2019, and you were making a huge tour with a lot of cities, and now you are come back here. How do you feel to come back here, Mexico? How was what is your expectations about for new music with fusion, with new also with new audience? How do you feel about to come back here to Mexico?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think we're all really enjoying ourselves already. So it's just good to finally be back here because, Mexico is where we got our start as a touring band. So the fact that we finally get to come back, it's great.
Yeah, and also that has you been performing in Mexico before? The reception of the people is being so excited, and they feel connected. They have a feeling connection with Mexican audience, but especially well, Headbanger Latin America is more about most heavy like metal, rock, heavy rock music, and there are many and headbangers metal fans that are really they have expectations about your presentation here in Mexico. How do you feel with these headbangers, these particular audiences for fans that they are more like metal music, but also they are a good expectation for that Poet Society perform. Uh, that are like new fans also for see you alive here.
I think that anybody that connects with our music, I'm happy to have them there, as long as they're a good person and they don't, when they come to the show, they don't act like an asshole. I'm happy that they're there. Doesn't matter
Great.
what my audience is, as long as they connect with it.
That's great. That's nice. And also, well, Fusion is it's a album that have a massive success. And also, there are two songs that for me are really particular. That it's Hard to Be Good and Black and Gold. I think
Mhm.
these two songs are really resonate more, and these are heavier more than the others. And also, they have like another feeling. Do you think these elements of the album change or resonate more with the music? It had a person, I don't know, some personal story of those songs. Because for me, I think that's like more heaviest song, and that also broke in all this Dead Poet Society style. I don't know, for me, it's like the most headbanger songs. Do you feel in that moment like, I don't know, something in particular that give us that feeling?
I mean, all of us are super, we all come from very like different musical backgrounds and a lot of music that drives us uh doesn't necessarily invoke or doesn't necessarily have heavy drops like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we play together, something about playing those heavy drops and whatnot just resonates so hard with us. So so when we write heavier songs like that, it's just because we were in a particular mood. It's just what
Mm-hmm.
what felt good. And then the other side of our, what we listen to has an influence on that and doesn't necessarily, and in my opinion, it's like you get to introduce heavy music to people who don't listen to heavy music,
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
in a way that isn't over the top and cheesy and like I know what this type of music is. It's heavy and but at the same time we love melodies, we love all that kind of stuff.
Okay, and also did you also share? I was reading that you were on Germany in some hard rock festivals, like for example, the last one you heard was Rock and Ring was the last
Hmm.
one. And also many people were so expected for your presentations. And also you have this future presentation with Paulina from The Warning. Well, first I want to know about her, about this really success and exciting collaboration. What was the creative process to make a featuring with her? But especially, it was more about a partnership, or it was more like, okay, let's do it together and sing with us this song that you like a lot, alive, and then we're gonna make it with a record. How was that idea to make this collaboration with her?
So it kind of started with we kind of had this idea with our A&R that it was like, hey, like maybe they, you're playing some festivals with them. Maybe they want to, maybe they would like to play with you guys. And so we were on tour and I drive the van. So I kept thinking like every time I was like driving, I was like, we uh I should hit them up. Like I need to message her. And then every time we get to a gas station, I'd forget. And so it just kind of kept getting closer and closer to the festival. I was like, fuck, I need to message there. I need to message her. And so I think I messaged Danny. I think I messaged Danny the day before the festival. And I was like, hey, would any of you guys be interested in singing with us on stage? And they were like, yes, Powell wants to really bad. And I was like, okay, sweet. So she knew the song and she came out and killed it and
Yes.
it worked really well. So and I was like, well, maybe we should release this. And it just happened.
And did you release this in the studio, or how do you work with that? Because it was interesting to see that alive, and we are excited to see this presentation, both of you alive. And then it was in the record, and then we can hear in many other music platforms. So did you then record it in the studio, or how was the idea to say, okay, now we are going to put it in music platforms for the
So
audience?
we share the same producer and
Okay.
I think he coordinated it with them. We sent them the track without vocals and they recorded their own vocals over top of it, sent it back to us, and it was kind of perfect the way it was. So we were like, let's do it.
Yes. Thanks for the technology that now we can work like that.
Hmm.
Yes. And also, yeah, your music it has a unique style that blends intensity and emotions. And for the audience that, because well, there are many audience that are like, I want to know more about the Poet Society, and I want to go to the concert, and I want to have this opportunity. Would you describe your live show to convince these Mexican people that are already like, okay, I want to go, but I am more headbanger. Well, because this is a media about more headbangers, but they are like, I want to be convinced and I want to be there. I am convinced. So, how do you describe your shows for the people that are going to have the first time to see you? They are going to attend in the first time, or they are too close to buy the ticket and say, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm ready to go.
Our shows are just a good our shows. Can you hear that dog? I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh, our shows are just a good time. They just are, you know. I like my favorite types of shows are the ones where I feel less like we're the focus. Like I feel like everybody's just there to have a good time and we're just facilitating that good time. So the entire time is like it's just I don't know, it's just it's a very like I don't know, engaging, high energy, emotional place and we try to take people somewhere and make them forget that they're in a crowd and just go loose and everything. So I think it's going to be fun.
So people don't feel afraid. You're gonna lose only the bad moments for a good moment. So convinced to be there. And also
Hmm.
for not only for the new ones, for the oldest fans, which songs in your repertory that explore, well, I have you explore a lot about the deep and darkness themes, but how do you connect with the audience who seek that introspective or feel like more visceral? How do you like to connect with this old audience that have the expectation for this return here in Mexico, in Guadalajara and Ciudad de and Mexico City, sorry.
I think it's just going to be cathartic. You know, it'll be good to see people that we haven't seen in 6, 7, 8 years.
Yes.
You know,
And
it's just going to
and
be awesome to see them.
and also that you are now convinced from 8 years now. I think you arrived today, and I don't know if you are already seeing Mexico City, but I what do you think? Well, let me make again my question. And you've been here from 8 years ago, and everything in music also is changing. How do you, and now you are here in Mexico City, I think you are not visit a lot of Mexico City again, but I think that you are, I don't know, like looking something that is changed. How do you how do you expect that Mexico City is changing in music, in people, since you've been here in 2019? Do you think that Mexico is changing a lot also in music for music people, new artists, new culture? I don't know. What do you expect about to be here in Mexico and visit again this country?
To be honest, I have no idea. So we'll
Okay.
find out tomorrow.
Okay, so you are not ready visit Mexico again. Do you hear some music or Latin America rock bands that you like to hear live, for example? And also if you think that Mexican or Latin American rock music is getting like more expectatives than now that since 2019 that you've been here and now that you are come
To
back?
to be honest, I don't know. My algorithm doesn't really send me a lot of Mexican bands or Latin bands in general.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like I have the worst repertoire of music, like knowledge out of anybody I know. I wait for all of my friends to find music and send me it.
Oh, that's
So
great. That's nice.
yeah,
Okay, that would be great for all the Headbangers fans to send you music to listen to.
yeah, I'd love that. Yeah.
That will be so great. So now well, I think we have a few time now to make more questions. I really want to know more about, for example, the last shows that you, well, many the last shows that you have prepared for 2025, because well, Headbang Latin America is a media from all Latin America, and I think that there are many fans from Argentina, Chile, and also Brazil that they want to watch you alive. So do you have some dates or some tour that you are I don't know, we can see you soon in this year in South America, especially there. Hello?
It remains to, yeah, sorry, my mic was muted. It
Don't worry.
remains to be seen. Right now, we don't have anything in the works, but it is a goal of ours to get down there.
Okay, that will be great. So be expected. Also, asking you about the last tour that you had in Germany, you have shared with some bands as Korn, as Slipknot that were in the same festival. How do you feel that the Poet Society is involved with really huge bands that are with a naming with a huge naming? And how do you feel to share with them in huge festivals as a band? How do you feel? What is your expectation about these festivals that have really huge names like Slipknot, for example? How do you feel when you are in these kind of festivals? Did you feel nervous? Did you feel like, oh, okay, I need to be more heavier, or I need to be more crazy, or
No,
well, how do you feel?
no,
What is the
I think
expectation?
if they like us, and if they don't, they don't.
Ah,
That's what it is. I find that the heavier the festival, the less people tend to like us. But overall, it's we go up there and we do our own thing. I don't want to, we're not trying to be one of these bigger bands. It's super cool to be on bills with them. Yeah, I mean, it's really awesome to be see our name on these flyers with these large bands, and it's kind of it makes you feel like, oh wow, we're actually doing something. But as far as like pressure to like, we do our own thing, and whatever that thing is, we're not we don't want to, we're not trying to be these larger bands. We're just, we go up there and we do our thing, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
That's true. And also, well, just the last question. What is the news that the things that now that Poet Society is gonna work now? Do you have plans for another album, for more tours? What we can expect now from the Poet Society for this 2025 that is already started? And it's a huge year, so we want to know more about
Uh, a little bit of both. I mean, we're going to be touring later this year a lot, and we have like a few months now to write. So once these shows are done, we're going to be writing every day,
And now do you
trying to
have
put
some?
together something.
Yeah, that will be great. And do you have some idea about it for the new album? You want to make more musical fusions? You want to be more hard? hardest because something that I is really interesting about the poet society is that you are not, as you say, you are not in only one style. You have harder, you are also like more sweetest, and you have many other, but also you are intense in your album. So
Yeah.
do you have something that you want to experiment for new music for Dead Poet Society that you think that, oh, it will be great to make this because it's going to change expectations? I don't know, something that you want to try for new things for Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, and I think we're already trying it. There's a darker element to some of it,
Yes.
and it's I mean it's gonna be us. It's gonna sound like us, but it's gonna be something else. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, because
excited for it.
yeah, exactly, because the Poet Society, they you pass for a lot. We have dark, we have light, we have black, we have white, and we are curious like, wow, now what's gonna be the new thing that Poet Society is gonna bring us to us, because we have now
I don't
everything
know. We're just going
explored.
deeper down yeah, we're just gonna go
Okay.
deeper down the rabbit hole and see what we can find.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be heavy.
Thank you so much, Jack, for your time. And oh, I don't know, you want to share a last message for our Mexican headbangers,
Um,
followers?
I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you in Guadalajara. And thank you.
Thank you for your time, Jack, and have a good time here in Mexico.
Will do. Thank you.